No female basketball player has captured the national spotlight quite like Caitlin Clark over the past 2 years. She's become a household nominate just for her jaw-dropping skills, but for the way she's rewriting what it means to be a star in women's sports. From setting college courts ablaze with record-breaking performances to leading her team to back-to-back NCAA title games, Clark's journey has been nothing short of legendary. She picked up a Naismith Award along the way and shattered scoring records, but what truly sets her apart goes well beyond the scoreboard. Now making her highly anticipated debut in the WNBA, Clark isn't just another promising rookie, the face of a movement. Her electrifying style of play, sharp court vision, and undeniable charisma have sparked a nationwide conversation that extends far beyond the hardwood. Enter the Caitlin Clark effect. She's not the first to shine in women's hoops, but her impact is unlike anything the sport has seen before. She's pulling in sold-out crowds, skyrocketing TV ratings, and attracting fans who previously never gave women's basketball a second glance. Her influence is spreading fast and lifting others with it. Teammates and rivals alike are seeing increased pay, bigger platforms, and stronger personal brands as they ride the wave she's created. It's a ripple effect turning into a title shift for the league. Dot reportedly offered her $5 million to play just one season in his 3-on-3 league. She declined. Instead, she opted to chase her dreams in the WNBA, where she was selected first overall by the Indiana Fever. Her rookie contract, around $84,000 a year over 4 years, a modest sum considering her immense popularity, but one that underscores a much larger conversation about pay equity in sports. While major endorsement deals will no doubt bridge the financial gap, Clark's decision highlights just how much further the WNBA needs to go. Caitlin Clark is more than an athlete, she's a catalyst, and the world is watching.
She's just playing a great game, getting her teammates involved. They got so many shooters. I watched them play Louisville, and the way they moved the ball and played off of her was just perfect. But that's just been together for a few years, getting to know one another, and at this point, they're mature enough to dominate games like they've been doing.
While Caitlin Clark's rise has been met with thunderous applause from fans and media alike, not all the noise has been positive. Alongside the praise, a wave of criticism has also emerged, some questioning her skills, others scrutinizing the source of her fame. There's been talk from skeptics who claim she's overhyped, suggesting she may struggle against seasoned WNBA veterans. A few critics have gone even further, unfairly attributing her popularity not to her record-breaking talent, but to her race and appearance. These narratives have added fuel to an already heated national conversation about visibility, equity, and respect in women's sports. But one group of voices has stood firmly in her corner: NBA players. Instead of joining the critics, many of the game's biggest names have stepped up in support of Clark. From social media posts to courtside interviews, the message from NBA stars has been clear and consistent: Caitlin Clark is the real deal. And this isn't just casual applause. Kevin Durant, a former league MVP and one of the most respected names in basketball, was among the first to recognize Clark's brilliance. When she was still at Iowa, he praised her for playing the game the right way, highlighting her selfless playmaking, elite basketball IQ, and poise in high-pressure moments. Ahead of the 2023 NCAA Final Four, Durant didn't mince words. He called Clark a leader and a winner, someone who doesn't just shine on her own, but elevates everyone around her. His comments weren't just support, they were validation from one of the sport's greatest minds. That as Clark steps into her next chapter, it's clear she's not walking alone. The respect of NBA greats and the loyalty of her growing fan base prove she's more than a trending Namisha, as a game-changer who's earned every bit of the spotlight.
I wanted to take a second to say congratulations on the scoring record to Caitlin Clark. Huge fan of your game, much respect to you. I like the way you do it. You're a real killer.
Caitlin Clark didn't just break a record, she made history by racking up an astonishing 3,685 career points. Clark soared past the legendary Pete Maravich to become the NCAA's all-time leading scorer, cementing her place among basketball's greatest. The moment sent shockwaves across the sports world. Social media lit up, news outlets scrambled to cover the feat, and tributes poured in it just from fans, but from NBA stars who recognized the magnitude of what she had done. Milwaukee Bucks star Damian Lillard was among the first to speak out. He called the achievement a landmark moment, not only for women's basketball but for the sport itself. Breaking a record once held by Pistol Pete was no small feat, and Lillard made sure the world knew it. Minnesota Timberwolves forward Luka Garza, who also played at Iowa, offered an emotional salute to his fellow Hawkeye. He called Clark an all-time great, applauding her trailblazing path and the powerful legacy she continues to build on basket at a time. Clark's historic milestone isn't just a number, it's a symbol of a changing game, one where talent, tenacity, and trailblazing women are finally getting the spotlight they deserve.
That's GOAT. This is an incredible record to break. Keep doing your thing. Bring home the natty this year. You make all Hawkeyes proud. Congratulations.
Damian Lillard, of the NBA's most fearless scorers, known for hitting shots from anywhere on the court, definitely carries weight. But the words from Luka Garza might hit even closer to home for Caitlin Clark after all. He spent his college years at Iowa too, representing the same school where she became a legend. That shared connection makes his admiration feel even more personal and meaningful.
I'm excited. I'm excited for her to be here. I think it brings a lot of excitement to the city, and a city with a lot of young talent already as it is, and adding her, she's one of the faces of women's basketball, and for her to be here and under the same roof, I think is really.
Breaking that record is incredible, Luka Garza said in a heartfelt message. Keep doing your thing, go, win that national title. You make every Hawkeye proud. Congratulations.
One thing that I love that she's bringing to her sport, more people want to tune in. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it fucked up. Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. But for her individually, I don't think she should get involved on nothing that's being said. Just go have fun, enjoy, but I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before.
The WNBA draft wrapped up and it was official that Caitlin Clark would be heading to Indianapolis. It didn't take long for local basketball stars to weigh in. And who better to welcome her than the face of the Indiana Pacers himself, Tyrese Haliburton, the all-star point guard, who also leads the NBA in assists and proudly represents Team USA, gave Clark a warm and straightforward welcome to his city. As one of the league's most respected young leaders, Haliburton made it clear, Indy's got her back.
Advice to Caitlin, and my advice to anyone that comes in with this notoriety, out of this world expectation. It's all about having, be a horse, man. The Kentucky Derby, put your blinders on, show up to work, punch your clock in, prepare yourself, work on your game, work on your craft.
Catch it. Haliburton sounded genuinely excited about Clark's arrival. All jokes aside, his upbeat energy will go a long way in helping Caitlin feel at home in Indianapolis, though Fever fans are already doing an amazing job on that front. Still, for a young NBA star like Haliburton to offer a warm rivalry welcome showed real class. But there's one voice in basketball whose endorsement rises above the rest, King himself, LeBron James. When it comes to the biggest moments in sports, LeBron's take always makes headlines, and true to form, he backed Caitlin Clark with grace and full support. During an episode of JJ Redick's podcast, LeBron didn't just give her a shout-out, dove into the intense media spotlight surrounding her and defended how she's handled it all. Here's a standout quote.
The game, she was just driving to the basket. She was getting layup after layup. And so at some point, the defender that's guarding her way out on the perimeter because they don't want her to shoot threes, I'm not going to let her just keep driving by me. She was dribbling with her left, and then she was using her hang dribble. She was going to be able to blow by her defender or not. And she was just doing step backs and side steps and dribbling in the lane, dribbling back out, and then shooting.
Same podcast, LeBron James offered some timeless advice for young athletes. Stepping into the spotlight and facing the harsh glare of media scrutiny. Having entered the NBA at just 18, already labeled as the next big thing, LeBron knows exactly what it's like to be under a microscope, while the media landscape has evolved into something much fiercer than when he was a rookie. His advice remains as relevant as ever. The message, talent alone isn't enough, takes relentless hard work and an unwavering focus on what truly matters. LeBron's words ring loud and clear for anyone navigating the pressure of professional sports. Here's exactly what he had to say.
Watching from afar and understanding just how much of a power she is out there on the court. The cool part is the way that she plays and her range and the level of difficulty on her shots is obviously a very close comparison to the way that I play.
I was going to say Caitlin Clark's been compared to you.
To argue with LeBron's perspective, especially given his 2 decades of experience at the highest level. For Caitlin Clark, tuning out the external noise won't be easy, but focusing on improving daily is the right approach. She may not be able to control the narrative, but she can control her preparation and keep refining her game, making sure the critics don't have much to work with. Speaking of her game, it's already earning praise from some of the NBA's best point guards. Take Atlanta Hawks star Trae Young, for example. Known for his dazzling three-point shooting and exceptional playmaking, Young has been watching Clark closely. He took the opportunity to praise her offensive arsenal, essentially telling defenders, good luck. According to him, no matter how hard they try, stopping her will be a nearly impossible task.
Amazing. I saw this morning. He said 41, almost triple-double here. He was shooting like that ball fly.
The mark perfectly, highlighting why Caitlin Clark's offensive versatility will serve her so well at the next level. By blending dribble penetration with sharp outside shooting, she keeps defenses on edge, creating opportunities for both herself and her teammates. Another legendary guard, known for his own deadly shooting ability, shares a similar view. Curry is a 4-time NBA champion and arguably the greatest three-point shooter in history. Curry's praise of Clark speaks volumes. He's offering her the highest level of respect, something rarely given to a rookie still carving out her place in the professional ranks.
like coming at her with these like hate ass comments talking about, oh well, you know, it's not just because of her. Last night our game was sold out and she didn't play. Last night we flew charter and she wasn't on that flight. Let's stop it. It's not a coincidence you guys are just now chartering flights her rookie year. It's not a coincidence that now that she's in the WNBA,
It's a
everyone's
massive
paying attention
compliment,
to the WNBA.
and the straightforward, no-nonsense tone of his praise makes it even more significant. Both Curry and Young emphasize how Clark's shooting ability puts defenders in a state of panic, creating space for the rest of her game to shine as she gains experience. It's almost certain that Clark will learn how to maximize this power, evolving into a female version of Curry, an unstoppable force opponents must account for every second on the court. Clark's growing reputation is also catching the eye of the younger generation of NBA stars. Luka Doncic, one of the league's most dynamic and versatile scorers, seems to agree with the comparisons. Known for his ability to dominate both inside and beyond the arc, Doncic sees Curry as the closest parallel to Clark's.
If you girls were Destiny's Child, she would be Beyonce. If all the girls in collegiate sports were a band and they were in sync, she would be Justin Timberlake. She was the main attraction. And it's not because she's white. It's not because she's straight. Good God, no one cares.